Welcome and thank you for here to watch my video. The question is, at the time of an open circuit fault, what happens to the frequency of the power system? The right answer is the frequency will increase. And firstly, we will go to what are the cases and how these open circuit faults happen in the power system, and later on we will discuss the theoretical discussion how the frequency increases. How open circuit faults happen in power system. Uh, First one, whenever that trace fall on the transmission line, the conductors will break down and the energized conductor hanging in the air will lead to the open circuit fault, and this hanging conductor should not touch the ground. If it touches the ground, it will become the short circuit fault. And the second one, uh, for an underground cable, it is broken due to any external sources. uh, it will lead to the open circuit fault. The third one, for households or any circuit board, whenever the overcurrent flows into that, due to I square or losses, the fuse will blown off and it will lead to the open circuit fault. Um, and the malfunctioning of a circuit breaker. Usually, whenever any short circuit fault happens, the circuit breaker opens the contact, and after the removal of the fault, it should close the contacts. But whenever, due to the mechanical sticking, it fails to close the circuit, then we call it as a malfunctioning of circuit breaker, and this will lead to the open circuit fault. And similarly, isolator, uh, in a power system, if we have to do any repair or maintenance for a particular circuit, first we usually isolate the electric circuit using this isolator, and after the repair or the maintenance, then we'll close this isolator. During the closing the isolator, if the contacts are not properly connected, and if there any air gap is left between them, it will create an open circuit, and this will lead to the open circuit fault. And sixth one, the loose connections. Due to loose connections, uh, there will be open circuit, and these loose connections happens due to vibrations or uh, heat in the atmosphere. And the seventh one is the corrosion. When there is an high humidity or the near the sea regions or near the river regions, uh, due to the salty nature and the water vapor present over there, this both combine to the corrosion, and due to corrosion, the electrical path or the conductor path uh, will become open due to this. The eighth one, the insulation failure. For a conductor, whenever the insulation failure happens, when it is in touch with the ground, initially there is a short circuit fault happens, and during short circuit fault there is a heavy flow of current, and this heavy flow of current will lead to the more ice core or losses or heating losses, and due to this high heating losses, the conductor will melt and an open circuit is formed. What happens at the open circuit fault? Let's take an example circuit, and after the open circuit fault, uh, how the load current is changing and how it is leading to the increase in the frequency of the system. Let's consider this is a generator and this is a bus bar, and these are the three transmission lines with the load currents 4 amps, 4 amps, 4 amps, and the total load current drawn from the generator will be the 12 amps. And after the open circuit fault occurred in the first branch, this. After this it will be open and 0 amps flows through this branch, and now the total current will be 4 amps plus 4 amps, that is 8 amps. Now the current drawn from the generator is 8 amps. Before the open circuit fault it is 12 amps, and now it is decreased to the 8 amps. To the load current drawn from the generator now is decreased. As the load current drawn from the generator is decreased, the power supplied by the generator will decrease. Let's take this is a generator. The input to the generator is a mechanical input, and Tm is the turbine torque, and Te is the electromagnetic torque developed in the generator, and the Pe is the output power of the generator. The accelerating torque is the torque of the generator rotor, that is equal to the turbine torque minus electromagnetic torque. Similarly, the accelerating power of the rotor is equal to the mechanical power given to the generator minus the electrical power or output of the generator. As the PE is decreasing, then the PA will increase. So the accelerating power of the rotor will increase. As the accelerating power of the rotor will increase, then the angular acceleration of the rotor will increase. As angular acceleration is increasing, the speed of the rotor will increase and the frequency will increase. As the speed of the rotor is increasing, the number of revolution per second will also increase. That is the same definition of the frequency. So frequency will also increase. Thus the frequency increases at an open circuit fault. At the time of fault, it is only at the time of fault.